You've staged the interior perfectly, but when the buyer's inspector steps outside and looks at the aging pool cage, your closing is already in jeopardy. Looking at this diagram, we see where these deals fall apart. Unpermitted screen enclosures and failing structural fasteners cause real estate transactions to collapse. The issues hide out of sight. Buyers might miss oxidized screws or a compromised super gutter, but inspectors won't. Many sellers assume listing with a standard as-is contract provides a legal shield. It doesn't. An as-is clause requires you to assist in closing open permits, but it does not erase the buyer's right to cancel the agreement and demand their escrow deposit back. Because insurance companies are heavily scrutinizing wind load risk, state law mandates absolute transparency. The burden of disclosing unpermitted structures falls entirely on your shoulders. To protect your equity, you have to navigate 4 specific traps that paralyze the escrow timeline: the municipal lien search, strict FHA standards, life safety codes, and the retroactive permitting process. Hoping no one notices a deteriorating cage is a massive financial risk. It guarantees you will leave money on the table or lose the buyer entirely. Let's look at the first barrier. A standard public records title search only scratches the surface. Today's closings mandate a municipal lien search. On this search document, we see this process digs into city databases, hunting for unrecorded fines, unauthorized roofs, and expired permits. Once a violation hits, the title company halts your policy. The property cannot change hands until brought to code. The second obstacle hits during the financing stage, particularly if your buyer is using a government-backed FHA or VA mortgage. These lenders enforce strict minimum property standards. This turns the mortgage app into a structural safety inspector, actively scrutinizing your outdoor living space. This diagram shows what they look for. On the left, rusted fasteners bleeding iron oxide, a sign of galvanic corrosion. On the right, flimsy case-style gutters improperly anchoring a heavy screen enclosure. Find either defect and the appraiser issues a Subject to appraisal. That designation freezes the buyer's loan entirely. The lender will refuse to fund the mortgage until you either tear the structure down or fix it. Otherwise, you are restricted to cash investors who will demand steep price reductions. Aesthetically pleasing mesh and fresh paint mean absolutely nothing if the underlying frame cannot mathematically prove its structural integrity to the underwriting bank. Even if the frame is solid, the third trap is purely legal. Florida's Swimming Pool Safety Act enforces absolute life safety codes. Looking at this barrier diagram, every access gate must physically open outward, swinging away from the pool, acting as a failsafe against a child's weight. The door must automatically self-close, and the latch release mechanism must sit precisely 54 inches above the ground. Upgrading a door closer and raising a latch takes very little time, but failing to execute these exact modifications constitutes a major life safety violation that lenders routinely use to kill a deal. The final and most expensive trap is retroactive permitting. If any part of your enclosure was built or structurally altered without documentation, you are legally required to secure an after-the-fact permit. As shown in this wind load analysis, a licensed engineer must reverse engineer your aging structure to mathematically prove it withstands extreme ASCE 722 hurricane forces. Only after they seal the drawings can you earn an official notice of commencement to legally start repairs. The financial penalty is severe. Engineering fees and municipal fines for an after-the-fact permit typically cost between $3,000 and $10,000. Worse is the timeline. The bureaucratic review queue takes 4 to 12 weeks. When you have a standard 30-day escrow window, resolving an expired permit is mathematically impossible. Retroactive legalization is not a task you can handle while under contract with a buyer. It must be finalized before the property ever hits the market. Hoping an appraiser, inspector, or city clerk simply overlooks a compromised pool cage is a reckless gamble with your home's equity. The proactive solution is partnering with Screen Factory Florida to preemptively diagnose, retrofit, and permit the structure, long before the buyer's inspector pulls into your driveway. We deploy an in-house engineering team, As seen here, they rigorously evaluate your existing structure against modern wind load and life safety codes. We provide a true structural diagnosis, complete with a free measurement, outlining exact modernizations required for full compliance. Because draining your liquid cash right before a move is stressful, we offer flexible buy now, pay later financing, backed by a comprehensive warranty. Securing the correct permits and executing proper structural retrofits the first time guarantees peace of mind and provides a clear, unblockable path to the closing table. Don't let your pool cage kill your closing. Click the link in the description below to schedule your free measurement and secure your real estate transaction today.